Hey everyone, and welcome to The Witcher 2 Lorethrough, episode 22. We have just arrived in Loch Muin, and we have defeated a strong man, and also picked up another job, and that is a dog. And also, this is a lady you might recognize.
So, are you a sorceress now?
It's not that simple. A pass is simply not enough. But Philippa Eilhart summoned me here for an important exam, so I hope to be one soon.
An exam?
A secret one. I'm not even sure how to prepare. I'm cramming intensely, everything bit by bit, just to be sure.
Good luck. Still willing to sell me potions and herbs?
I'm a student, aren't I? Every little copper counts.
Yeah, so, well, that's never gonna happen. You already know what's gonna happen to her. Technically speaking, I don't even know if I already talked about this, but I feel like I do. But you see her in The Witcher 3 again. It's just like, You know what? I'll save that for The Witcher 3 Lorethrough.
I'm collecting information about the Wild Hunt. Help me out?
The Wild Hunt. A retinue of wraiths who speed across the heavens upon skeletal horses. Positive proof of its existence has yet to be proffered. However, no one is prepared to deny its occasional sorties into this world.
Proffered? Sorties?
That, at least, is what I remember from the lectures.
She tries, doesn't she? She does try.
Godspeed, Witcher.
Yes, you too. So there's a guy here, not you, who can translate some things for us. Oh, there you are. Hello, good sir.
I'm Geralt.
Brass of Banard. I remember you from Thanard. I believe I saw you in Oxenfurt, too.
Seems we only ever meet on Elvenland.
Indeed. But I suspect you're not here to chat about elven ruins.
I'm always interested in elven ruins, honestly, but, no, I guess not this time. Banard is, of course, the men's school for wizardry.
On the contrary, I find elven ruins interesting.
Do you really? Elven works are not half as interesting as gnomish ones.
But even ruined, Loch Muin is impressive. It must have been beautiful in the times of the First Conclave.
Everything was better before the war, as they say.
The sources, those children that old Geoffrey Monk brought here to train in the magic arts, must have walked around gaping at all they saw.
Somehow I just can't imagine Hen Giddimdeath as a small gawking boy.
You met him? Ah, right, on Thanard. His death was a terrible loss. Terrible. You see, Geralt, everyone complains about how the world is taking a turn for the worse.
Values are being compromised. The small is dislodging the great.
Exactly. But the events on Thanard truly marked the end of an era. The world grew up, losing its virginity in a rape.
What use are masters of magic and legendary heroes to a grown-up world?
They're of no use. That's the point. Today, people manage perfectly well without mages, witches, and heroes.
Yet not everyone understands that, and not everyone likes it.
You're so clever you'll get in trouble. We'd best change the subject.
Right, so if you haven't read the books, in The Witcher 2, honestly, they do this a lot. They just sort of assume that you know things. He's obviously talking about the rebellion on Thanard Isle when mage went against mage because one side was helping Nilfgaard, the other half was helping the north. This was just before the Second Northern Nilfgaardian War. Technically, it already just started. And during this whole debacle, Hen Giddimdeath died. And Hen Giddimdeath was the oldest living mage still at that time, if I'm not wrong, because the other oldest one died in Season of Storms. And Hen Giddimdeath was part of the council. He was really, honestly, extremely old, and you could tell, because obviously at the time when he was becoming very old, the anti-aging potion hadn't been discovered yet, presumably. And he was among the first to be taught magic. In fact, he was in the first boat to be taken to Loch Muin by Geoffrey Monk. And obviously I talk about this in the magic video, but yes, he was a young boy, he came here, and he was taught by elves. Then the Thanard Rebellion happened, and Hen Giddimdeath, being old as hell already, had a heart attack, and he died, unceremoniously as hell. Marty Sodogran, a mage healer, still tried to heal him, but it was even beyond her powers. He just left this world immediately. He couldn't understand it. He couldn't understand all this bloodshed, and I don't blame him. This poor guy. He wasn't actually a part of either side either, just so you know. He was very neutral.
Actually, I'm here because of your weapon expertise.
I'm no expert.
You're the best swordsmith among mages.
I'm more interested in the cultural relics of other races, actually.
I'm going to need a solid cultural relic in my hand.
I guess the circumstances require haste.
Ah, that's still a really good line. I need a solid relic in my hand, man. Okay. This is what we wanted to ask about, because this is about the Vran manuscript.
I came upon this strange manuscript. Think you can help me with it?
Why, yes. I don't believe I'm mistaken. Do you realize what you hold in your hands?
I wouldn't be asking if I did.
You see, the Vrans knew well how to secure their treasures. It is said that in some places they left sentries. Now, these sentries come to life when someone draws near who possesses a scroll inscribed with words of power, like this one is. Provide the correct password, and the doors to a hidden vault open before you.
So how do I use the manuscript?
Nothing comes free, my friend.
Really? Well, let's see if we can.
You needn't even know the meaning of the words for the sentry to let you pass. You must merely know the sequence in which the password must be read. In this case, we have a sentence. Nana kanpa zi udu ya lala gat exa nana zi udu zi gat kanpa nibit. Nana kanpa means forge ahead, while nana zi means backtrack. In summary, should you encounter a sentry who reacts to this scroll, you must first answer with the words that follow Nana Kanpa in their given sequence, then omit Nana Z, and conclude with all the words that follow this phrase, but in reverse order.
Not that complicated, actually. Thanks for your help.
It sounds like it's super complicated, but it's really not. Don't even worry about it.
I'm interested in the Wild Hunt. Any chance you know something about it?
No, birds are not exactly my speciality.
Thanks.
This boy. And we will find the sentry. It is actually down in that tower where the other quest takes place. Oh, he's still doing his thing, is he?
And the bat, the owl, and the rat. Likewise, the frog.
I always have to talk to him for a little bit. Well, I don't really talk to him, but still. Okay, so here's the gargoyle contract. This one I've already done, obviously. Elegance breeds prestige. Style shapes charisma. We all know just how important a dazzling appearance can be, and this holds double true for a summit of sorcerers, sorceresses, and royalty and its retinues. All members of the Magic Guild have arrived in wondrous new attire, their hair precisely and expertly arranged, but long voyages and the associated hardships are never kind to the achievements of stylists. Even an archmistress's portal can generate currents that wreak havoc with a perfectly set towering butterfly bouffant. You can yet avoid the shameful catastrophe of appearing tarnished amongst society. Brothers and sisters desiring adjustments of their hairstyles, I await you in the central square beneath the aqueduct near the tower. That's obviously the woman that we just talked to, the mage.
The triple goddess watch over you.
You can just call her Melitele or Freya.
It's a waste of words.
Okay, well, you did say it,
Greetings.
Mr. Vengerberg.
It's a brazen attack. King Radovid will learn of this.
Radovid sent them, you idiot!
The audacity!
Pull yourself together!
The audacity!
Greetings.
Yeah, well, a hem to you too.
Good day.
Is it? Are you sure? Man, they're not very talkative, are they? Okay, so here's the weird thing, right? Because I always feel like, well, actually, no, I'll tell you this later.
This would never happen if the Conclave still existed.
No, that would have still happened. All of that would have still happened. Don't even try. Hello.
I don't want anything to do with you.
As you can tell, witchers aren't generally well liked.
Boring.
Yeah, well, you too. So, okay, we're just gonna go. We're gonna go into the tower instead. How you doing, buddy? How you, buddy? Oh, right. We should probably play him. You know what? We're gonna play you right
How
now.
are things?
You're either very unobservant or very rude. I thought I'd meet some of my colleagues from years past, chat with them and reminisce, but they all turn their heads away and treat me like air.
Mages aren't known for being polite.
You're telling me. They threw me out of Banard the first chance they got. Must have beaten the Chancellor one too many times. They've all forgotten me and I believe I've had enough. I'm getting rid of the grimoires and amulets. I don't want anything to do with mages.
I'd like to cast an eye at those if you don't mind.
Sure. Cast both if you want.
Maybe I will, but first we're gonna play Dice Poker.
I'd like to play dice poker.
Want to play now?
Yes, that was like not even that hard to establish. Alright, I'll be right back after I have undoubtedly won this. With poise. Wow, that's actually a really good roll. I'll take it.
You just ended a lifelong winning streak.
And you owe me some coin. Or you can pay in kind.
What's your preference?
I mean, it literally is just... It's just about luck. That's the whole thing. I don't know how you can get good at this.
Show me what you got.
I can give you runes to enhance your sword, an element that'll reinforce your armor, or one of the designs from my collection.
Will I collect designs?
Give me a design. Just make sure it's for something good.
You ought to be happy with this one.
Am I, though? Am I, though? Come back. Magic wrap, innit?
Anything on the Wild Hunt in your collection?
I'd avoid the topic altogether. Nothing good has ever come to those who have delved.
I'll take my chances. I need to know why the Wraiths carry off youths. What happens to them?
This knowledge has never been recorded, which does not mean it cannot be acquired.
Well, I'd like to acquire it.
In the chasms beneath Loch Muin, there is a sword that once belonged to an elf from the parallel world.
And nobody's gone to look for it?
There are mages who seek it still, but the sword is well concealed. They say he who handles it will understand the essence of the Wild Hunt. Could that be true, though?
Could that be true? Could it? Could it, though? Let me first go and see if he actually has books that are worth reading for you guys. I don't believe so. The Duties and Goals of the Lodge. Yeah, well, the fact that that book is even in existence is very anti-lore, so we're not even going to talk about that. Let's go and do this quest instead. Yes, to you too. And you. Okay, fine, don't say anything then. Jeez. This actually has, by the end of this you get to see a few scenes, but I'll just reload it every time so you can see all of them. Don't even worry. Because, you know, that's kind of what I did in the first place. Let me hold on. Let me walk down here, because yeah, I'm pretty sure that was later on. Okay. It's kind of a maze, but it's okay. Squeak! Oh yeah.
Come
A
on!
crystal has to do with magic, unsurprisingly. Okay, I'll just kill these real quick and I'll be right back. Right, so the crystals you activate with magic. This one with Igni, that one with Igni, and that one with Art, and then the last one with Art as well. I just always have to go and test which is which again. Squeak! Oh my god, who would have thunk? It's a secret! I can't believe it! And lots of orans. Well, I mean, at least a reasonable amount of orans, right? An acceptable amount of orans. How about that? Done. Done. Done! And I'm wondering, what the hell is this? This is a Vran.
Medallion again.
And a forgotten Vran sword. Oh my god, what's happening? He doesn't like to have their stuff taken. I want to kind of get like a good look at his face, but like he has a mask, as you can see. There is another character that looks like this. We call him the Operator. Wait, no. Come back. Wait, no, come back. He's actually really obnoxious and hard. I know I keep saying this, but most of these are just, they're not necessarily difficult on their own. It's just that they're obnoxious to fight. And that's all. And I'm reasonably certain that this is what they meant with the Wild Hunt sword. Again, I'm not super sure, but it's really the only forgotten sword that we find otherwise, so I wouldn't know what else they meant. Unless They just didn't have a clue what they were doing in the first place. I'm just gonna X that, literally. Oh, he took the good one too. Good. Explode, please. Thanks. Okay, this might take a while, by the way. I'll just have a skip, shall I? Right. Good stuff, innit? It is. Oh god, it is. Yep, you just ported through the wall. That's fine. At least I got a bunch of orants, right? Yeah, that's what matters. That's what really matters. Anyway, yeah. This is what the Vran looked like. Lizard men. Isn't that cool? I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, they definitely should have had way more of these statues around, but still, like, you know, I'm not gonna judge. Oh, wait, no, someone's dead. No, I didn't want the Gaskins, but okay. Hello, listen. And yes, I know that they say that this is a Bruxa. Look, they weren't too bothered by having lore-accurate vampire names and etc. at this point, so I can't even blame them. No, wait. I wasn't done yet. I need a new sword, don't I? Yes, Jinzi, you do. Why don't you go make one? I shan't. Well, at least do something about the Bruxa. You could execute them. I could do that. I'm sure someone's gonna point that out sometime, but not today. You done? You good? Cool. Can I have my loot? This is entirely worthwhile looting, by the way, just so you know. More orans. See, I lost a whole bunch of them when I was playing dice, etc. I'm just really shy at, I guess, at gambling. Is anyone really surprised? You've seen me play... For goodness sakes! Die. See, I saved it. You're welcome. Gonna take more orans now. Wait, hold on. Want those too. Alright, I think I got pretty much everything I needed here. Yes, I did. And now you're wondering, okay, well, you just found a Vran statue, Jinzi. But, like, where's the Vran sentry thing? When's that happening? Don't worry. Don't worry, we'll get there. We'll get there. It's on the way.
We've broken through in the right spot. We've recruited someone well suited to the task.
One of the Knights of the Order? Did the pious bastard sweat as he succumbed to the temptation of gold?
Knights of the Flaming Rose are useful on the battlefield, not in sewers. I think you'll be pleased, my lord.
I mean, even on the battlefield, they're not that useful. Not against the Witcher. Moi.
Stand ready. He killed Vanamar.
I did.
And many other mages. I know who he is, Cynthia.
Many other mages.
In the same city as Philippa, and you
many
didn't even
other
bother to
mages.
change your name. That takes balls.
Many other mages.
The picture. She's been arrested.
And I was supposed to die, but I didn't. Grave error.
I'll make you a deal.
Really? So many other mages, huh? Many other mages. So many mages that Geralt killed. Oh man, he just will not stop murdering mages. Except that he didn't. He killed Vilgefortz. Eventually. Painstakingly. It took a lot of effort. Like, for real. And you can't count anything that happens in, like, the games. And even in the games, there's, like, I think maybe one quest where you might touch a mage. But, like, many other mages? Many other mages? No, I'm sorry. But that's, that ain't canon, buff. That ain't canon.
You don't get it. You turned Triss into a cold stone. I'm having a hard time trying to figure out why I shouldn't turn you into a cold corpse.
She is alive and well. We decompressed her successfully. There were no complications.
And the interrogation after she was decompressed? Because you did interrogate her.
I personally supervised it. We presented the tools, gave her a few bruises, and that sufficed to get her to talk.
I think it's also funny that he says this, but then in The Witcher 3, like, it's either I want to call it like a character arc, or character evolution, I don't know. But in The Witcher 3, there's also a torture scene with Triss, and she does not give in after some serious torture. So, Witcher 2 Triss is just a pansy, I guess. I mean, I'm not surprised, but also, I like hitting mages, so. Don't worry, he deserves it.
Cynthia, tell him to shut up or I'll kill him.
Silence, Adelbert. That's an order. Witcher, help me complete my mission. Help me open Deryna's laboratory.
What'll you give me?
I've read the intelligence reports. I know your past. There are things in there, important things you don't remember.
I could force you to tell me.
I don't think so. Will you torture me? We both know you couldn't.
No, but I have an elven friend and he is really into that. And he likes honey. I'm just saying.
We'll come back to that. How can I get into the Nilfgaardian camp?
There's one entrance. Beyond it, a long, heavily guarded corridor. You can't hope to sneak in. Renwald Matson chose a spot specifically to avoid being surprised.
Where are you holding Triss?
At the back of the camp, beneath a ruined building.
You're gonna help me free her.
Not likely. You're better off killing me now. You've no idea what the Emperor's intelligence apparatus does to turncoats.
I do. They die. Nah, that wasn't so hard, was it?
Why are you here?
We suspect Deryna's laboratory may contain documents and books that could be useful to the Imperial Academy of Science.
That wasn't even close to funny. You're lying.
We don't know what's inside. Deryna was a talented man, but also an eccentric.
What do you hope to find?
That's confidential. I cannot tell you. Regardless, we need your help. The laboratory lies beneath the Redanian camp, which we cannot penetrate above ground. We want to get there through the sewers, but can't manage it without a capable swordsman.
It's me, a capable swordsman.
About that offer.
Also, she is lying. She knows exactly what she's looking for, but, yeah. Doesn't matter. It's still to our advantage.
Fine. I'll help you open the laboratory.
We'll bang, okay?
In exchange, I'll tell you all I can. Do we have a deal?
Yeah.
Are we likely to encounter drowners? Or a related species? Perhaps other monsters?
That is how this world's built. Sewers are infested with monsters.
Okay, you guys walk. I will examine this. Look, it is a map of the Pontar Valley. No one surprised that this is here? No? Okay, cool. Because I mean, I'm saying you should be. Why are you looking at a map of the Pontar Valley, guys? Are you preparing an invasion, mayhaps? Is that what this is? I feel like this is what it is. Okay, we fight.
Ghouls? No, just rot fiends.
Just rot fiends, you know. That's all. It's just rot fiends, mate. I don't even sweat it. Also, they're reasonably okay when it comes to fighting. Just not to actually killing them somehow. But they do a pretty good job in taking the attention away from me, so I can't even complain. It's better than most. Look, do I have to get on you first? Oh yeah, that's what I thought. I just complimented you on getting the attention away from me, and then you do that. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I need a new silver sword. I think that's my next quest. Okay, we're leaving. Don't just look at him. Oh my god. Geralt, at least warn them about the explosive guts. God, I'm a terrible witcher. There should be some loot down in the sewers as well of at least a new armor piece that I will be getting. Yes, that's true. It's really true. Jinzi is going to make a new armor piece and definitely just click while she looks at the camera instead of trying to survive. Good job, Jinzi. Just die instead. It's fine. I recognize that the fights in The Witcher 2 aren't exactly world-breaking, but I'll just skip it. How about that? Wait. My loot. Very important. Very important. Okay, I'll skip this fight again because this might take a while. New sword? Who this? And your silver sword. I am so happy to see you. No, seriously. Thanks for showing up.
I'm no rat to run around sewers. What we're looking for, anyway? Some graves, I heard.
Graves? So maybe there is something in this for us.
Shut your traps. Want the sergeant to hear? We've been deep shite. But it is a good idea.
Yeah, grave robbing! Woo!
Redanian bastards.
Don't worry, it gets worse. Also, that corpse is not the one I meant necessarily. I forgot about the sword entirely, but hey.
The entrance must be somewhere here.
If our experts are to be trusted.
Deryna dabbled in illusions, among other things.
He also experimented heavily with golems.
Golems with the power of speech, supposedly. They knew nothing of poetry, but...
Will you two shut up?
Yes, it's an illusion. I found a weak spot. Stand back. Later en lawn, Lisa en lawn, later dear.
She's a pretty decent mage. I mean, Kira Metz's eye is still better.
At times I'm caught. You can get my kind of feat. Though I have no needles, they say I am piercing.
What cold.
Am I?
Cold.
Careful
The answer
with
is
the
cold.
answer. It could be a trap.
Cold.
Typical of Deryna. He was a genius with a penchant for mischievous jokes, like a child.
So a couple of adults, purported experts, should have no problem solving this.
Indeed, it's trivial. The answer is pain.
Incorrect.
You can't catch pain, you dum-dum.
No! Impossible!
Is it?
So many years of research together. Why did we ever embark on this?
I mean, it was a reasonably quick death, wasn't
Imagine
it?
the books, the potions. My poor friend.
Yeah. Go on, let me
I'm
talk.
seen to fly, described as hard. I can be your currency and heal all wounds, but not many things can stand my test.
Time! But let's make them talk first, too.
What do you think? Just keep it serious this time. We don't need another corpse.
Time.
I think it's a feather. Lifted high into the air by the wind, it can appear to fly.
I was a mistress of riddles at the age of 10, but I've never heard of feather money or of fluff being a test of anything. The sun might work.
It appears to fly, can be punishing. It's minted on Nilfgaardian florins, and surviving it in the Korath Desert is a man's ultimate test. Fits nicely. But what if it's death? A metaphor for death.
Master Farid reveals his poetic soul. Touching. Too bad all the solutions are unlikely.
What do you suggest? Time? The Redanian eagle? A toothless vampire? Perhaps the Witcher has a better idea.
It is time. It is time. See, cuz
Please repeat the riddle.
I'm seen to
time
fly,
flies.
described as hard.
Hard
I can
time.
be your currency and heal all wounds.
It takes time.
But not
Time
many
heals all
things
wounds.
Can
Stand the test of time. Ta-da! Okay. Time.
Time.
Correct.
The riddles really aren't that hard.
So far.
Not for everybody.
God, you call yourself an expert.
Someone's been here recently.
Redanians. Kill them, quickly. Oh my god, I wonder who it is. Wait. Let me pass. There can always be more loot. Give me those orns. I've lost too much betting. I'm losing my house. Hey guys.
Well, the competition's here. Kill them!
Why are you like this? God. Did I ask for this? Don't think I did. But you know, they tried. That's what matters. Let me just kill 3 at once. I got better things to do. God, humanoids are the easiest, honestly. Maybe not when there's a million of them, but hey, we got execute. The plot
They must
thickens.
have descended straight from their quarter.
Bled a Nordling.
Don't be rude.
Another guardian.
I always forget which 3 it is in these. I always have to rethink the whole thing.
Later, dear.
Tell me.
It's reacting to my spell.
Hello.
A group of travelers wandering through the dark. 3 guides above them, so 3 were marked. At night they trailed a drake serpentine and a silver lady shining and fine. If only her visage she would deign to unfold. By day they followed a mountain vault, its riches untold.
Did I hear someone complain about the riddles being too easy?
He's calling me
Let's
out!
think this through. There are 9 alcoves, a fresco in each. That's 3 groups of 3 frescoes.
The riddle mentions 3 guides above the travelers. We must examine the frescoes, seek answers there.
I'll advise you about the riddle, but I will not take part in disarming the device. I've got a bad feeling about this.
But why? I should look at the frescoes. And I should read this book. No, I said I should read this book. There, astrological curios. Oh boy, I wonder if it's related. A long time ago, the princess of Bremervoort angered the powers of the depths. Perhaps even the gods themselves. A sea dragon began to prowl the coastal waters, killing fishermen and pearl hunters. Poverty and hunger threatened the principality, so the ruler decided to appease the sea by sacrificing a maiden. For in those dark times, that was the very manner for dealing with economic crisis. Luckily for the young woman, a witcher was in the area, strolling along a beach. He noticed a serpentine beast emerging from the water towards the lass, who was chained to a seaside rock in a less than decent pose. The witcher killed the dragon, freed the woman, and, as the chroniclers tell us, ploughed her with her consent on the aforementioned rock. We can see a reflection of these events in the summer sky, on condition that our silver lady does not show her face. There is the fearful lass looking west towards the dragon, slithering ever closer, and beyond this the witcher sneaking up on the beast from behind. Yeah, so the silver lady is the moon, obviously. And they do have one. This one. This is one of them. Oh, I'm not allowed to. Okay. Can't already do that, can I? Give me another one. I mean, yeah, that works too, sure. This is also a lady, but it is not the one. And this is just like a dude with like 2 faces and a fish body, because why not? Figured I'd just show you all of them. It's a dragon. Oh my god, it's a serpent biting its own leg. And this is the vaults to... What is it? The vaults to Mahakam, I think? Or the road to Mahakam, if I'm not wrong? And this is a tower that's on fire. And this is another road that also has money on it. And this is death. There, I think I showed you all of them now. Yes, I did. I'm pretty sure I did. Legendary treasures. Among the acknowledged treasures of the last century, 3 have gained exceptional fame. First is the Amber Chamber, which Viafuril, Demavend's father, took as a spoil when he defeated Medel of Temeria. This breathtaking masterpiece, a chamber's decor made entirely from amber, was sadly lost in the storm of war, either buried or destroyed. All traces of it have disappeared. So yeah, Viafuril and Medel of Temeria, you never meet those if you're wondering, because these are the part of the First Landing's sort of group that was still fighting over what part of the north was going to be what land. The second treasure belonged to the dragon Ockfist of Quartz Mountain, known also as the Crystal Mountain or the Mountain of the Burning Sands. A group led by Yarp and Zigrin killed the beast and took the treasure, which included sapphires singular in hue and diamonds as large as cherries. Said gems then sent the jewelry market into disarray. So here's a fun fact. This entire Ockfist killing is mentioned in the books because that is, I think it's mentioned when Geralt meets Yarp and Zigrin for the first time while they are hunting a different dragon all together now. This is the story with Villain Trettenmirth, the golden dragon as well. And I suppose that this sort of gives us a time frame of when sorcerers and sorceresses were sent along with dragon hunting parties, because here it says, said gems then sent the jewelry market into disarray. which is exactly what the jewelry market doesn't want. So, sorceresses and sorcerers tend to work for jewelers' guilds in a lot of cases and make a fortune doing it. Because every time a dragon is being hunted now, usually for their hoard, a magician is sent along with that party to aid in defeating the dragon, obviously, but also aid in keeping the market stable. So somehow, every time a dragon is slain, a lot of the gems from the hoard go missing mysteriously. Obviously, this happens in real life as well. Of course, the De Beers from the diamond industry are pretty famous for this. They just keep a bunch of diamonds for themselves and pretend like they don't exist to keep diamonds rare. Diamonds are not rare. And just like in this tale, you know, those gems are all over the place. They just don't want you to know that. So they send a magician to make them disappear. The third legendary treasure of this century is shrouded in mystery, for both its composition and the detail of how and where it was found remain secret. One thing is certain, it included ancient artifacts of untold power. One of the items exploded, claiming the lives of 3 of the 5 mages studying it. The world at large might have heard more about the discovery on the occasion, but not long after the tragic accident, a veil of silence once more descended on the matter. So, I am not entirely sure if this is what it references, but I'm going to tell you the story anyway, because it seems interesting enough. So, one of the most powerful mages to ever exist was Vilgefortz. And I've already told you about him, of course. Yeah, I have a whole story about it. But he has an assistant, had an assistant called Lydia. Lydia van Bredevoort did not have a jaw. Why did Lydia not have a jaw, you might ask yourself? That is because she lost it in an explosion. You know where I'm going with this. So, a mystery item was uncovered at one point, and this was obviously of interest to mages. Whenever something of mystery is unfolded, they're like, well, it's probably us, it's mysterious, and we're magical, so, you know, it kind of adds up. And Vilgefortz encouraged Lydia, his assistant, to go along with these mages and study this artifact. Not himself, of course. He didn't want to go there. So I feel like he already kind of knew. So they went, and this happened. Pretty much this story happened. The item exploded. Most of the mages died, but Lydia lost her jaw in the process. And I think it's the same item. That's at least, I'm assuming that. And another fun fact is that Lydia was also in love with Vilgefortz, and there's a very good chance that Vilgefortz simply used her little crush on him to get her to go to this artifact and study it, because he knew that there was a chance that it might explode and kill people. So, unfortunate. And nobody ever talked about it again. We don't know what the artifact was. We don't know why they wanted it studied so badly. We don't know why it exploded. Just that it took her jaw. It's very sad. I think there was indeed one that survived that died not long after, though. It says here it claims the life of 3 of the 5 mages, but I'm pretty sure the 4th one also died. So, but that, like, not immediately. It's very sad. Right, let's have these riddles happen then.
A group of travelers wandering through the dark. 3 guides above them, so 3 were marked. At night they trailed a drake serpentine and a silver lady shining and fine. If only her visage she would deign to unfold. By day they followed a mountain vault, its riches untold.
From the top.
What do you think of the first verse?
I would say it describes a serpentine dragon swallowing its own tail, which represents infinity and thus time. The hourglass likewise symbolizes time. In this case, the time of the traveler's journey.
I believe it's the dragon constellation. It would be visible at night. What's more, sources on alchemy invariably portray dragons as winged, and as an accomplished alchemist, Deryna would also be a competent astrologer. The verse must refer to the constellation.
I'm fairly sure it's that one.
In alchemy, the winged serpentine dragon represents prime matter, an essential component in the process of alchemical transformation. The verse seems to indicate the allegory illustrating that transformation.
Okay, so we're reasonably certain it is the second one, so.
It should be the dragon constellation.
I shall take that one.
Well, if you get exploded, it ain't my fault.
What do you think of the second verse?
To my mind, it speaks of the White Rose, symbol of the Order of the Flaming Rose. You see, the fresco itself resembles a coat of arms, and in heraldry, silver is rendered as white. So the Silver Lady and White Rose are one and the same.
I think it describes the full moon. In alchemy, the moon represents both silver as a metal and the feminine element.
The order remains largely unknown in the south, so the White Rose seems unlikely. Every Nilfgaardian, on the other hand, has heard of the Imperial Nausicaa Brigade, which has the Death's Head as its symbol. The brigade's name is female, and they say death follows the unit. So the Silver Lady could very well be Nausicaa or the Death's Head.
Yeah, but that's very specific again. Like, again, it's the second one, the full moon. I'm actually like 99% sure that is definitely that one. The other ones are also really far-fetched. And yeah, you might be confused with the White Rose being the order symbol. I feel like I've talked about this before already, but I'm just going to reiterate. The Flaming Rose wasn't always the Flaming Rose. It used to just be the Order of the White Rose, and it was widely accepted as being, you know, a good thing. Until later, when it wasn't, obviously.
I think it's the full moon.
Allow me.
What do you say to the third verse?
It describes the precipice, the ravine amidst mountains. An ancient rule in alchemy states, as above, so below. The vault is the ravine into which the riches of the mountain flow.
We must read the third line literally. To me, it suggests the Mahakam Mountains and its mines, from which dwarves and gnomes extract many ores that are invaluable to alchemists. Those mountains are a vault in and of themselves.
The verse is not literal. In many legends, towers are in fact vaults, which the hero must penetrate in order to rescue an imprisoned princess or find a long-concealed magic item. The mountain vault is the tower.
Alright, so we're going with the mine entrance.
The mine entrance in the mountainside. That seems logical. I'll stand next to that fresco.
The one that's the least certain.
Let's see if we can solve this. Take your places.
Count me out. I want to live.
As you will.
No trust, man. No trust. Go on, Mountain Vault. Where are you? Oh, you're here, aren't you? Yes, of course you are.
Intruder detected.
No!
Yeah, so we got it right, but he always dies. Don't even worry. He always dies. He does not have a chance in hell to get out, unfortunately. Or fortunately.
Our expedition has grown thin.
Hasn't it?
Such a shame. I actually found those two amusing.
Don't know why, but still.
Of course, my lady.
Okay, wait. I want to read this too. The Gnomes of Mahakam and Tiatokea, because we forgot one! In the north, gnomes are widely known to inhabit Mahakam, where they coexist in full harmony with dwarves without any of the discord that usually arises when two races settle in a single area. Both the gnomes and dwarves of the mountainous region make a living by mining and processing the untold mineral riches found there. They missed an in there somewhere, didn't they? Yes, they did. Yet the mountains, hills, and vales of Mahakam are not home to the largest gnomish population. That honor belongs to Tiatokea. I will never know how to say that one correctly, so, you may set me on fire if you so choose. Where the diminutive creatures produce the legendary weapons that are then exported both north and south. The famous Gwihirs, forged according to gnomish technology, are reputed to be the best blades in the world. Though less known than the swords themselves, the blast furnaces and steam hammers, which the gnomes and dwarves use to smelt metal and work alloys, deserve the same admiration. Few know that Tiatokea became a leading exporter of beautiful opals after an earthquake revealed thick seams of the precious mineral. Gnomes are unrivaled masters of the jeweller's craft, and Mount Anur, the slopes of which collapsed to reveal the deposits, is now called Treasure Mountain, as the opal is mined directly from one of its faces. I'm not sure that's actually. Hold on, I'll open up a map for real quick just to see if it's shown on the original map. But give me a second. Okay, so I couldn't find it on the official map, but obviously I also have this fan-made map, and that one extends very far into Nilfgaard, so I can still show you Tiatokea, and it's right here. Just past the Korath Desert. It's mentioned, I believe, only once, which is when they're looking for Ciri. So yeah, it's pretty far down. This is where Mahakam is and where most of them live together. And this is where most of the gnomes seem to make their crafts happen. We never go there. No one really even talks about them. It's kind of a shame. Because they are, in fact, the greatest crafters in the world. And we never get to meet them. It's super sad. Let's all cry about it. Until next time. It's a really long cry, but I'll make a little cut here. And I'll see you next time, where we will see if golems dream of magic sheep.